I'm Sarah Murphy, and welcome to this Thanksgiving edition of ATV Sports. Now, as you know, actual Thanksgiving and the meal that comes with it isn't till Thursday. But the men's basketball team was feasting early at the Myrtle Beach Invitational, and in honor of the holiday, let's see how many Thanksgiving-themed lines we can fit into this recap.
It was a game stuffed with highlights as the USU Aggies went up against New Mexico State in South Carolina on Friday. Feast your eyes on this. New Mexico didn't want to wait their turn and decided to dig in with this jumper made by number 10 junior guard Sergio Rice, putting them on the board first. The Aggies said, "We don't want to lose cold turkey." They whipped into shape with this three-pointer from number 4 senior forward Brandon Horvath to get them in the game and give them a seat at the table. Number 34 senior forward Justin Bean showed New Mexico, no more Mr. Nice Pie, you want a piece of me? With a game high of 16 rebounds and plays like this one. He decided he didn't want to leave anything left over on the court. In the end, the Aggies gobbled up New Mexico State 85-58. Whip, whip, hooray! This victory, along with their other two wins against Penn and Oklahoma over the weekend, placed them on top, mashing out the competition and winning the Myrtle Beach Invitational. And you know who gets an extra piece of pie? Justin Bean. Bean's the Mountain West Player of the Week for the second week in a row. He also carved up his competition by setting the new tournament record at Myrtle Beach with 43 total rebounds over the three-game tournament. And hope you're not too full, because we're not done quite yet. One more thing of sweet success, the real whipped cream on top here. Bean was named the Myrtle Beach Invitational MVP. I mean, really, this guy's on a roll. How can it get any better than this?
Now, 20 puns, I think that's enough. And all fun and jokes aside, we should focus on what Thanksgiving here is really about: gratitude. Let's take a moment to see what our Aggie sports teams are grateful for or not very grateful for this week. Like how the football team is grateful that all their offense was healthy against Wyoming on Saturday, but they're not so grateful for Wyoming's offense.
Temperatures might have been cold, but the fire was hot for the Aggie senior night. It was a back and forth kind of battle from both teams in the first quarter. Cowboys decided to hit the ground running with this touchdown from number 15 sophomore quarterback Levi Williams, received by number 5 sophomore wide receiver Isaiah Neal. But the Aggies said, hey, wait a second, we want to have some fun too. Number 13 senior Devin Tompkins has been ranked this season as one of the best receivers in the nation, showing us why here with this 41-yard touchdown reception. So quick, if you blinked, you might have missed it. Looks like the camera did too. Let's take a look in the replay. It's a rocket from Bonner that Tompkins lands with a rollover onto his feet. Just a few seconds later in the game, Wyoming decided they weren't going to waste time retaking that lead. After the Aggies' kick return, it was a breakaway for number 12 sophomore cornerback Cameron Stone for not 70, not 80, not 90, but 99 yards all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys. All 4 of these touchdowns happened in the first 4 minutes of the game. After that, one more touchdown from both teams, wrapping up the first quarter with a tied 14-14. Now, that was the closest the game would be the rest of the night, with Wyoming creeping ahead by halftime, 24-17. In the second half, the Aggies were no match for the Cowboys. They just couldn't match up to plays like this one. Number 8 junior running back Titus Swen rushed right up the middle of the Aggies defense with this 98-yard touchdown, making it Wyoming's longest rush from scrimmage in school history. The Cowboys beat the Aggies 44-17. Coach Anderson and players say that the loss stings, but they're looking ahead to next week.
Came in and meant to play well and just didn't. I hate that for the seniors. Tonight was a night you wanted them to be able to celebrate with their families and really remember this one in a different way, and for that reason it hurts.
We lost today, but all we can do is come back to the drawing board, focus on New Mexico, and get 1 degree better next week.
And continuing on with this gratitude theme, volleyball also has a lot to be thankful for this week. The student section, their seniors, new titles, and saying goodbye to old losses.
A long time with this Colorado State team. It's his 25th season.
Fans showed up to cheer on the Aggies on Thursday as they went up against the Colorado State Rams. Number 1 senior outside Christy Frank led the Aggies with a career high of 22 kills. Frank was a wall as she decided this Thanksgiving she was going to be hosting a block party, and the Rams were the guest of honor.
27.
The Aggies ended their 32-year losing streak against the Rams, beating them 3-1, their first win against Colorado State since 1982. 2 days later, volleyball celebrated their senior night, going head-to-head with Wyoming. Number 2 sophomore outside hitter Tatum Stahl led the team with a double-double, featuring 19 kills and 12 digs. Number 21 senior middle blocker Corinne Larson also helped out with 8 blocks. The Aggies beat the Cowboys 3-2. This win topping their regular season off, making the Aggies the Mountain West champions for the first time ever. They'll continue on to the Mountain West tournament in Vegas this weekend.
Women's basketball had a little bit of a rough go with things over the weekend, but still finding things to be grateful for, like number 4 senior guard forward Elise Stafford.
It was the Aggies versus Loyola Marymount, and Stafford had a busy night. She came out running with the layups.
Good, beautiful move.
Blocks.
That's a good move. She did that through some contact.
And shots that left her on the floor.
Off the glass, got it to go.
But even with the help of number 21 senior guard Kaylin Rendawa with this three-pointer,
Got it. Rendawa.
or number 0 junior point guard Faith Brantley with this shot here, it still wasn't enough. The Aggies lost to the Lions 66-69.
And much to be grateful for in women's cross country, like finishing up one of their best seasons in school history or national champions. Aggies right there at the starting line in Tallahassee, Florida, right over here on this side. For the second time in school history, they were invited to the NCAA Division I National Championships. Now, it was senior Katie Haviland's final USU cross country race. She was the Aggies' top placer in the 6K, finishing 81st overall with a time of 20 minutes and 23.9 seconds. And the first place winner of the race is actually from our good friends and our neighbors south of here. Senior Whitney Orton finished the race with a time of 19 minutes and 25.4 seconds, the second fastest all-time 6K finish in championship history. So overall, much to be grateful for here in Aggie Sports. You're all caught up on your updates. Happy Thanksgiving, and back to you guys at the desk.